All right, hello and welcome back. We are in week 1 here of our NJCAAE season. We saw some of our teams get in action last week, but the majority of our teams are getting into action this week with Valorant, Warzone, Super Smash Bros. Off the top of my head, I can't remember that Madden, FIFA, they all joined the couple teams that were able to start last week this week with getting into the regular season. And today is no different than it was last season. We are going to start off our day with some Smash Bros coming your way here very shortly as I've got some loading lobbies going. You've got Warzone coming your way later tonight. And then on the NECC side of things, which we are not going to stream tonight, but possibly in the future, just got to get some more personnel and everything. Rainbow Six will be in action, so a busy day for the Chokers here today. As I said, we're heading into some Smash Bros on Wednesday, and with me today, I've got a special guest with us, our resident Smashaholic, as you'll see it pop down there on the bottom. Drew, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Mitch. How about yourself?
I cannot complain. It's been a busy week here on campus, but the bright spots of my days are always getting to the end of the week, or to the end of the day, I guess so to say, and get to the point where we can start watching some games happening in front of us, which we are able to do right now. I just want to give a definitely big shout out to everybody joining us. We have expanded to not only Twitch, where us young folks live, but we've also expanded to you can watch us live on YouTube on our page at GHC Esports, and you can even watch us on Facebook, which shout out, my mother-in-law tuned in on Facebook the other day because she was scrolling through her feed and it popped up. So that is what we love about this reach that we have here online. So I'm super excited about that today. Drew, first action in some Smash casting here for you today. How you feel?
I feel great. Excited to be here. Excited to see what goes on.
Great. I'm excited that you're excited because that's what you need for this position. I'm sure that everybody watching at home that are some usual viewers and of the sorts for us are going to be excited to be able to hear a voice other than just my own, as they've heard a lot of it last season. So I'm super excited for it. Yes, I did get a haircut. My lovely wife is a cosmetologist. She faded me up greatly. Had a great haircut, nice little swoop to the side. So we're having a fantastic hair day. So I'm excited for that. And as you will learn, Drew, and as all of our regular viewers at home know, I get to the point where I am pretty good at being able to ramble about random things as we're waiting for lobbies to be able to be filled. But I will let everybody know that we are looking at Luke coming live at us today. So that is the match that we're going to be checking out. There could be times maybe when I pop off the screen and it's just Drew's voice that you hear, but most of the time if it's a game or something going on, it could be you're watching that and just seeing Drew. Drew might get the mic handed off to him to go and ramble a little bit on all that stuff, which I know that Drew is good at, so it's totally fine. But we're in week 1, so not only ourselves are getting ready and getting back into the flow of things of Smash Bros and competition, but other teams, other programs, we've got lots of programs that are fresh and brand new this season, so sometimes they're trying to figure out exactly how to join lobbies, how to communicate on the website, all sorts of stuff. We're a little bit seasoned and veteran in that, so we can help out a lot of different teams. As I believe, I actually even got a text from Luke. He said that he's waiting for his guy to join the lobby. We've actually got Carson, so Blaston is in the center right now. He is also playing. His match is going on. It was just obviously the luck of the draw that we put Luke on the streaming switch, and his match is going to be a little bit delayed, but it's all good. We'll figure it out. And then we've also got Sean in there who is playing right now. Sean is in a little bit different of a league. He's still in the NJCAAE, but in the intramural side of it. So his role, actually, he just comes every Wednesday at 3 o'clock, presses the button that says Q, and he gets matched with somebody. And then he'll run through the season the same way. There's going to be playoffs for him. I fully expect to see Sean going to that. He plays the Robin character on his game, and he's very good with him. So I see him going through and blasting through that. And then we should get Brendan a little bit later with his Joker main coming on at about 3:30 when he gets out of class. Hopefully we'll see that. But Drew, what we're gonna see from Luke coming up is majority. His main is Bowser, so definitely a heavyweight coming the way. But he also has another character that he mains, kind of his secondary character, and in Byleth or Blythe or however I pronounce it. Not really sure. I'm not the Smashaholic here, but that's kind of his second go-to. What do you expect to see from Luke in that Bowser role?
Well, Bowser's mainly a heavy hitter. He has his smashes, he has his Bowser Bomb where he'll grab you, smash you down, which is a good thing to launch. And if he can get him in the air, he will be able to carry him pretty much farther into more combos.
Gotcha. Yeah, and definitely, I think one of the favorite things that I see Luke do every once in a while is get that little pop into his shell and get spinning around up in the air. He uses his up smash, and then you will see a lot of grabs from Luke. Also, he loves to get that grab in because Bowser basically grabs and goes way up in the air and does like a belly flop. So it'll be a lot of fun. I do see that we actually haven't got a response, and so I'm going to run over to the arena real quick. I'm going to leave you with the cinematic, this beautiful cinematic that's going to happen in front of you. I'll be right back, lickety split, but do not go anywhere. I promise that we'll get you some action heading real soon. All right, Drew, welcome to the lovely world that is collegiate esports. So, from what I'm understanding, is we've still not got anything back from Luke's opponent. happens sometimes. There's actually a lot of times that happens. Maybe somebody doesn't know that they have their match, their no-show, whatever it is. So his opponent has got 5 minutes to be able to reach back out to him to make sure he doesn't get his forfeit. What's happening right now is Blaston is finishing up his second round. So it is a best of 5 here. First to 3 round wins, 3 map wins. After he finishes his second map, they're going to change that HDMI cord over there for me and get Blaston's game plugged into the streaming switch. Hopefully, Blaston dropped the first round. Hopefully what we're going to be coming into is seeing a one-on-one tie. So the first to 3 will win it for us. But it is possible, obviously, we could see an 0-2 deficit. But Blaston has come back from worse before. So I'm highly optimistic in that realm. So Drew, what you're going to be seeing here, what we're going to be seeing is actually a Rob main, and basically just a Rob main across the board. So what do you know about Rob for me?
Well, Rob's kind of a all-out good character. If you know how to use him, you'll be set. His laser does good damage. He has jetpack, which you can use to play off screen or off the map very well. He has his arm spin move, which also does good damage. And all out, he's just a neutral good character.
Yeah, and he kind of has that heavyweight feel to him. I've seen many of times that Carson Blaston has gotten up to like 180% damage, which you don't see a lot with some of the lighter weight characters, because usually they get to the 120, 140 zone and they're flying off their next hit kind of thing. And you will see Drew too, and you'll get used to it as you watch Carson and more, but he loves to use his gyro, his top that he has. He loves to throw that thing, pick it back up, throw it again. He basically plays catch with the other character through his gyro. So that'll be interesting, but that should be coming to us here very shortly. And then, like I said, we should have Brendan coming in at a 3:30 time. Dragon, who is our top dog, I would say, probably around here. He finished top 16 in the nation last year in Smash Bros. If you were watching with us, had a very unfortunate match in that match that he lost in the playoffs. We thought that he had the sweep. He sent him flying. Had that classic, I don't even know if there's a typical name for it, but when you make contact and it zooms in and it's like, oh yeah, he's done, and then sends him flying. Somehow the character, I think it was Isabel he was playing, flew the wrong way basically, didn't get off the blast zone, didn't die, actually ended up coming back and spiking Samus, who he mains, wins that round and somehow won the next 2. So it was really unfortunate and kind of a shocker. So we should see Dragon back in action next week, as he drew a first week bye. So typically we have 5 Smash players, only 4 are in action this week. So we could see really anything coming that way, but I'm hoping that hopefully we'll see at least 2 rounds from Blaston's game as he comes in winning the last one and comes in and wins 2 more. But we should get a couple of those, and then Brendan should be coming in around 3:30 and playing with his Joker character. But I'm really excited for it. It's week 1. We got a lot to prove. Last season, Drew was just kind of hanging out and watching, but we had Luke and Blaston were in the same division, so they had to face each other at one point in time. Nobody is in the same division this quarter. They're all in different ones, so they won't have to play each other. So that is nice, and it gives them all multiple chances to be able to try and get into the playoffs. So the top 2 from each division will go into the playoffs and be able to run from there. But overall, it's going to be some good matches and all that stuff. Drew, we could be possibly seeing Joker later. What do you know about Joker for me?
So Joker was just most recently added in this new update not too long ago as a DLC fighter, and he is one of the hardest characters I've played against. I have such a hard time fighting against him, even as my main is Kazuya. His specials are insane. His side special is like a fireball, and if it gets you caught, it does multiple. It keeps damaging you. And then it's a more of a damaging thing. Once you get to 100, I think once you hit over like 100 or something damage, you get a Rebel Guard, I think is what it's called, or something like that. And it comes and it does more damage. It helps you do more damage, and it'll give the opponent a lasting effect. So Joker's an all-around good character.
Yeah, and so it's going to be exciting. I'm really excited to see that. We didn't get to see much of Brendan play last quarter just because of transportation schedules and class schedules and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of times Brendan's matches had to be rescheduled and played at home or something like that, where this quarter he's got to like we said, a class getting out at 3:30, so he'll be in the center playing it. So I'm excited to be able to get him on the stream. Hopefully we'll be getting Blaston's game coming at us here pretty soon. But overall, like we said, we've got Smash Bros coming at you very, very shortly. We've got Warzone coming at 5 o'clock. I've got 2 separate teams for Warzone, so it's really exciting that way. But Drew, who's your favorite Smash character? Who do you main, and what do you like most about them?
So currently, I bought the DLCs, and I have Kazuya. Kazuya's been my heavy main, which he does all out around. He does like 20% damage per hit. You can stun the opponent pretty much with your just your neutral attack. It'll stun him and get him in more combos. I mean, he's an all-around powerhouse, and I think the most he has a 10-hit combo you can do, which just does multitudes of damage, and you can get him up to like 100 damage in the 6 hits is what I've done the most. And all around, he's just overpowered in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say that I don't necessarily have a main because I don't consider myself good enough at the game to actually have a main, and I just watch all of my players play, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to play Bowser and be as good as Luke, or oh, I'm going to play Samus and do what Dragon does, and then I realize that I'm not good enough to do any of that. So most of the time I just become, I don't know, I play like Fox, because I think it's funny to just sit there and spam my side specials and sprint across the screen the whole time. Or I play Little Mac because I think punches and bunches is cool. But majority of the time I'm just losing kind of thing. So that happens. It sounds like we didn't quite get it hooked up before Blaston's 3rd round. So he's finishing up the 3rd round. And then Paris is going to get it set up and hooked up correctly for the 4th round, hopefully for that. If not, we've got Sean in there getting ready to roll. Or we'll have hopefully Brendan coming in at 3:30. Thank you for hanging out with us and bearing with us. This is kind of just the storybook of collegiate esports right now at the level. For those of you tuning in, it's a really cool program that we have here. We're allowing students to be able to come in and not only take classes, but do things that they really enjoy to do, which is play these video games that are coming your way. And not only are they just video games, but they're team building across the board. Just like the traditional athletics that you think of, the basketball, which by the way, for my Grace Harbor community members, there is a men's basketball game tonight at 8 p.m. You can get onto that list by contacting Will Ratter or just reaching out to the athletics department to be able to come to that game. But just like traditional athletics, team building, you got to work with each other. Time management skills, you've got to be able to be ready for your matches. You got to be able to figure out how to work your work schedule, your life schedule, your school schedule, all sorts of stuff around that. So it's been a really awesome process for this program and our players so far, being able to figure that out, and it's really been fun. We pride ourselves in not having to give up matches as much as we can. We went through all of last season only having to forfeit 1 match really, and that was just a circumstance we couldn't control at the end of the season. And in this COVID world, it's been interesting trying to get through everything and all that kind of stuff. So thank you for bearing with us and being able to watch. I'll make sure to blast out something on social media, because I know that probably some of our viewers went away having to see my face more. But I'll make sure to blast out and say, hey, we are in action. Don't worry, come back. All that good stuff. And so hopefully we will be rolling with some Smash, and you guys don't have to keep looking at us. But I can actually, if I think correctly, I might be able to go and find some highlights that we can look at together real quickly, because a lot of them are some dragon drops. Oh geez, as I'm over here just pulling everything everywhere. Oh yeah, let's see, we'll get drag and drop over there. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, I just realized that I was muted that whole time. Now you can hear me. So, a little bit of action of Blastin in the preseason coming your way. This was his first preseason match. This is when he was facing off against, obviously, a fan favorite, Pikachu. Drew, what are you seeing from Blastin here that we might be seeing in the matchup here soon?
It seems like Pikachu plays more off map. At least how he plays is he's played more off map. And there was a part a little while ago where he spiked Pikachu, or Pikachu spiked Rob on the bottom of the map. That's something you're definitely going to have to look out for. You do not want to get under Pikachu, because he can definitely spike you.
We've got two monitors right now with Smash going on, and not only that, but we're gonna head over to our match of the day. It looks like we've got Blastin going up against. Do we know this? Do we know the score? Oh, nice. So it sounds like Blastin has come back. So Rob has come back in the last 2 rounds. So Rob is actually up 2-1 right here. So if he's able to take this match right here, he will take the full match and be able to get the win today.
Nice.
Drew, what the heck is that thing there with Rob?
Which one are you talking about?
Who's the other character there? What is that plant?
That's Piranha Plant.
Lovely. What in the world?
Piranha Plant was actually just recently added a few DLCs ago. And Piranha Plant's definitely a really good character if you can learn how to use it.
Wow. That range right there with the stretch was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So is that going to be to the advantage or disadvantage of Rob?
It's gonna be, it can be both, honestly. If you notice, it takes some time for him to retract the head after the long stretch. It'll give him open time to attack.
Gotcha, yeah, so he leaves himself vulnerable there for a little bit, so that is good to know. It's funny because you kind of see a little bit of the same attacks coming from both of them, as Rob's laser kind of mimics the range and damage of Piranha Plant stretching out to it, and then they both got projectiles that they're going to throw, so kind of an even match, but Rob was able to grab that first stock there, which is big. Oh, wow. Right on cue.
Yeah. You also have to watch out for this a move that Piranha Plant just charged up. It's poison gas, and it'll stay on the screen for a while, and it can definitely do some good damage to you.
It's got some lingering effects. That's pretty nice. Oh, and there was a classic move trying to get done by Blastin right there. He loves to catch his opponent returning back to the stage and spike him straight down. We'll see if that comes into play. What is that projectile called for Piranha Plant? Like a spiky ball?
I think it's called Spike Ball, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, so I was close. Oh, a little off stage. That's what we like to see. Beautiful.
Actually, apparently the correct term for that move is called Patooey.
Like patooey.
Yeah.
Sounds like a spit.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
Like I don't respect you enough to patooey. Update that scoreboard. I got that wrong. There we go. Best of 5. We're up 2-1. So Rob was able to grab that second stock right there. So Piranha Plant's actually on his last stock, and now is Rob also. But the 35, now 44% damage advantage actually goes Rob's way. 61. Man, you'd love to see him just take him out right here. Oh! Oh, he was going for it.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, beautiful
wow.
lasers. Oh, is he going to recover? Oh, okay. Supplies, I see.
Yeah, his recovery also does damage.
Gotcha. Rob's definitely looking to lock in and try and get this last, probably 1 or 2 blows to get Piranha Plant flying. Could, oh, he just wasn't able to hit all of them. There it is. There's the connection. and Piranha Plant will go flying. So as far as I understand, that should be a 3-1 victory for Blastin. I'll shoot a message over to make sure. A lot of times, end of round 5, that should be a round 5 go. We'll hang out here for a second to see if they go into another match. If they don't, actually I can keep an eye on it. But I believe so, and I'm gonna shoot a text message over and ask to make sure. But that should be the win there for Blastin. Drew, what did you see from Blastin, aka Rob, in that match?
That was one of the best matches I've seen as from a Rob player, to be honest. I play online every once in a while, and that was just some insane combos he was hitting. The way he was using the projectiles double or multiple times, and the laser especially, definitely helped him in that match.
I merged me away. I'm back. But yeah, I think and that's one thing that you'll definitely see from Blastin. He uses Rob a lot. Majority of the time he's maining Rob. He's using him all that kind of stuff, and he just plays a really good game with him. I wish that we could have been able to grab a couple of extra rounds there of watching it, but it looks like they're just sitting in the lobby right there, which usually entails that they're not choosing a new map. They're not choosing a new character, so that usually is the finale right there. So that would be a fantastic start for Blastin. I'm just waiting for confirmation. But man, what a match. I love to see that. The good thing is that it's almost 3:32, so we should have Brendan coming in here pretty soon. I can actually check most of on our website. I can always check the match chats to make sure that people are communicating and all that kind of stuff. We run through a website and everything, but as far as I understand, Luke's opponent was a no-show. Yep, they just got out of the lobby, so that means that it was a dub there for Carson. So congratulations, Blastin. We love to see that. But Luke's opponent no-showed, so that's actually a forfeit in his favor. So Grace Harbor Chokers are actually starting 2-0 right now in Smash, with hopefully another match coming here pretty soon. As I'm looking through to see, hopefully Brendan's coming down and their opponent was good with being able to bounce back. It'll be interesting to see. I wonder what Sean did over in the Intramurals League. But Drew, what are you most excited for this season? Because I think we're gonna see quite a bit of you on Wednesdays and being able to come and hang out with us. You've even got the GHC swag on you right there. What are you most excited for this season?
I'm kind of excited to see the Joker player from your guys' school, and I want to see the Bowser player. I don't really see very many Bowser mains as much as we used to, and I just want to see what he can do with Bowser. And especially with Joker, too, because Joker's one of those characters who has so many good moves that you can catch in combos with. You can launch him in the air, keep him in the air for a long time. I know that's happened to me playing with my friends as Joker. They'll launch me in the air and keep me up there for long periods of times. I'm just excited to see how these people use these fighters to their advantage and to the combos and all the moves they know.
For sure. And knowing from watching all last season, you're definitely in for a hoot, and any of our Smash Bros players will tell you straight up that their favorite to watch too is Dragon. He just plays so smoothly. Majority of his game is off stage, which is so exciting to watch, especially with his Samus character that he mains. So it'll be really fun for you to be able to watch and see him too. It does look like Brendan's opponent was totally cool with bumping back 30 minutes, which is awesome. So a big thank you over there. And actually, I just realized that the whole time I had the wrong college up there on the scoreboard. Blastin was not playing Navarro College. I'll make sure to figure out who that is and be better at that next time. But we're going to make sure that Brendan is on the stream switch when he comes in. And so we should be getting some Joker play coming our way here pretty soon. Drew, you talked about it a little bit before, but do you know any like the backstory of Joker? I don't even know who it is. What game he's from, or world, or anything.
He's from Persona 5. It's a free game right now on Xbox if you have the Game Pass. I've seen it. I believe it's on Game Pass. I haven't looked into it, but I don't really know much about it other than it's from Persona 5. It's like the only really thing I know about him.
pretty soon we'll get Brennan on and playing some Smash for us, so we can be able to get another match coming that way. And then we'll probably take a little bit of a break before we head into our Warzone stream tonight at 5 p.m. So if you're a Warzone fan, definitely tune in and see how that goes. It's a little bit different this year. It's going to be duos instead of the solos that you saw last season. We had Jude, aka Mama's Got a Beard, the best name in the business, was placed 12th nationally for solos. This spring, he has brought a partner with him. Is going to go with duos in the form of Rias, so we're really excited to see how that team goes. And then we've actually got a secondary team that's going to be competing in Warzone also, so you might see us bouncing back and forth between some of our screens and all that kind of stuff here and there, so we will see how that goes. Drew, I'm going to go check on the stream to make sure that we've got the right switch going on, all that kind of stuff. You just hang out for a second. I'm going to throw this cinematic up on the screen, and then when I come back, we hopefully will be in some action. From outer space, I just came in to loop. Alright, so we got it all set up over there. We're good to go. Sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth, so I gotta throw the mask off when I get into my office, put the headphones on. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. But we have Brendan hooked up on the Switch over there, so he's getting his match currently set up right now. We're very excited to see what's gonna come his way. I just have my phone on me. We're all 0-0 heading into this week. This is week 1. So I was correct that Luke went to 1-1. Oh, what did I do? Are we offline? No, we're still going. We're good. We're strong. So Luke is now 1-0. And then Blaston is now 1-0. And then Sean is currently in his intramurals match right now. He's sitting at I believe tied 1 round to 1 round. So we'll see what happens over there. And then we've got Brendan coming our way very shortly. They're going to be creating the lobby and match and stuff right now. And we'll see what happens there. So I'm pretty excited about it all. There it goes. That was weird. We were just like gone for a second on all of our live streams or something. So, so Drew, this is our really our 5th one in action, and so we are currently sitting at 2-0 with a bye. Sean's in the middle of his game. Do you think the Chokers can go 4-0 on the day?
I honestly do, especially with our Joker player. I feel if he really knows, if he practiced with him, or if we practiced with him enough and he's really good with him, I feel like we have a 4-0 right here. Joker's one of those ones that can just destroy if you know how to use him.
That's what I like to hear. I know Joker. I watch him, and Joker's just so deadly in so many different things. But I really don't know how to play him, so I can't sit there and say that he's. I can't even tell him what to do. He does his own thing, so it's fantastic. He's going to be taking on, it looks like, Justin from Johnston, not Johnson, Johnston Community College. And so that is what the matchup is going to be. It looks like they're creating the arena ID and such right now. I think that we actually just started another stream for some reason. I wonder if I put a gap on it. It tells me we've only been live for 2 minutes. So if this is a secondary stream and it's popping up, it actually kind of worked out well because we've got our next match coming up. So if you're just joining us on this stream, welcome. Drop in the chat and tell me that you're just joining us and this is a fresh stream, because I'll have to look into that and see why it went in 2 different streams, because it shouldn't be. But whatever, you love to see it. But we should have Brennan coming up here very shortly. They're setting up their arena and all good stuff. Smash is a little bit hectic sometimes because you got 5 different players that are trying to play. It's getting into it. A lot of times you'll see in our team events or our team games that we have, it's a little bit more coordinated between all the players. They're usually making sure that they're there right on time, ready to go and all that kind of stuff. Well, you'll see hit or miss with Smash Bros and all that stuff. So, Drew, thank you for bearing with us on this one. We have a lot of fun. We have, let's see, on Monday we had our Rocket League team who actually faced the college that came in 2nd in the nation last season, and that was an interesting game. I guess I'll use the word interesting. It was a little tough for us. We ended up losing that one. That was a really good team that we faced. And then FIFA, Romeo was actually to come to grab a win in the afternoon on Monday, so that put us 1-1. Our Rainbow Six team came in yesterday and had a very, very close match. They went back and forth with them, but ended up losing that. So that made us sitting at 1-2. Let's see, our Madden player yesterday was able to complete the sweep and go 2 rounds to none. So we're actually sitting at 2-2 heading into today. 2 Smash wins. So Grays over Chokers are 4-2 on the week. That's what we like to hear. It's beautiful. Drew, tell me, what's your favorite game to play?
Oh, my favorite game to play. I have to honestly say Skyrim. That just one of those games where you can spend hours and hours on and not get bored because there's always something to do, You can go out to a cave and explore that. You can go do quests. You can do the thousands of side quests there are. You can add mods. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, for sure. That makes a lot of sense. Those open world games, the RPGs, the role playing games, and all that stuff, and being able to, I think I heard the phrase MMO thrown around. Multiplayer map open, something like that. I don't know. MMO, I think, is the correct term for it. But a lot of fun. I know, like that game New World that came out and all that kind of stuff. Final Fantasy's kind of in that realm, so a lot of fun there. It looks like Brennan is actually getting into the lobby right now, so hopefully our match is going to be starting here pretty soon. But I did play Skyrim for quite a bit, and it definitely does get addicting. You try to go on all the side quests and everything, and then I think I got to a point where it was like I played and I did all this stuff, and then I forgot to save. So the next time I came in, I lost all that stuff, and I just wasn't motivated enough to go back and redo everything. So it's a tough world. It's a tough world out there. Now I play Warzone. You play Warzone at all, Drew?
I do. I'm on that and Call of Duty Cold War all the time now.
Yeah, I think I've become a Rebirth player. I've become one of the Rebirth players, and so I really enjoy that, being able to bring people back in all sorts of craziness. It looks like, oh gosh, they're even communicating back and forth in the chat. Sometimes the chats get a little bit interesting between teams. Usually we're pretty good in this league of not getting too toxic or disrespectful to each other, but I've got one player who just loves to chat it up with the other teams before they go into the game, and you can tell that the other team's just like, dude, we just want to play. Like, let's get going. And he's like, no, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? What's your favorite? And just rambles and rambles, kind of like I do majority of the time. And so it's a whole lot of fun, but we should be heading into it. I'm not really sure. I'll flash you the screen and show you what I'm looking at, but there. And so this is the screen that we're looking at. So it looks like, Drew, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it says selecting above our opponents. So they're still selecting their character?
It could be either character or map.
Gotcha. So it could possibly be that, so a quick, in a nutshell for you guys, what happens before every match is typically there are 5 maps that are in play that you can use to start off your match. Each person is going to ban 2 of those in a certain order, which leaves 1 to play at. So they could possibly be going through their ban phases. To ban a map is basically just say, yeah, no, I don't want to play this one. And then each player is supposed to announce what character they are going to use in the round. So that could be happening right now in the chat as they're getting ready, and that's why the selecting is popping up. And then whoever wins this next map, this stage that is coming in front of us, this round, they will then have to announce who they are using first, which gives the opponent who lost actually the advantage to be able to try and counterpick based upon who you would pick. So, Drew, if hopefully we see Brennan go and win this first round and he chooses to play Joker again, who would be probably somebody that you could counterpick to play against Joker?
Ooh, to play Joker. When I play Kazuya. Like I said, I play Kazuya against Joker, and that's a pretty decent one to play against him, honestly.
So that could be something of interest. Typically, you're supposed to just say who you're both playing and not use a counter pick for the first one. But you never know. If somebody says their character first, you might happen to have multiple that you play. You just choose based off of that. But typically, the gentleman handshake is supposed to be you're not supposed to counter pick on the first one, and then from there you could go on. But you never know. You never really know. So we will see. I know that Brendan's going to go with Joker just because that's his main, and because you can see in the bottom right-hand corner right there, he still has Joker selected as his character. But it'll be. I'm hoping to see a win here in round 1 for our Joker of the trades of the Joker of the deck. There we go. I like that one. Joker of the deck. Yeah, and a quick... Oh, as I update the scoreboard. Come on. I'm slacking over here. I updated the name, but you got to update the score up there. So it is 0-0 because we haven't played a round yet, obviously. So it is a best of 5. Each map that we go on is counted as a round. The first one to win 3 rounds before the other will be declared your winner, as we saw. Carson was our winner last one. Ooh, Incineroar. Drew, is this going to be a good or bad matchup for Joker?
This could go either way. Incineroar is definitely an all-out good fighter, and this could go either way.
And so you see Incineroar jump out to a little bit of a lead at the beginning. A lot of close combat going on.
Joker definitely needs to watch out for Incineroar's counter, because that can do some good damage against him. And vice versa.
Alright, so now Joker's got something floating behind him. What is that, Drew?
That's his rate. Let's see, what is that called? So there's a meter right above his name, and every time that gets full, that comes out, and it helps do more damage, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha. We got a little bit of a lag going on right there, but we seem to be back in full stream, getting you 60 frames per second and rolling again. Very close battle so far. It's both still have all 3 stocks, but both very high in damage. Oh, just a great move right there from Incineroar, but Brendan can easily be able to even this up pretty quickly with a couple of hits his way. Does he have guns? Is that what those are, Drew?
Yep, he has. That's his neutral special. He has guns, and that also gets a chance when that bar right above his name gets full.
Oof. Oh man, I thought he was gonna fall right there. Good recovery. Well-timed counter, nice.
There we go.
Incineroar is like literally using wrestling moves.
Incineroar is actually a wrestling Pokemon.
Gotcha. So that move's gonna put Brennan down a full stock basically, as they have pretty even health right here. So he's got to make some moves and put some combos together and damage in bunches to be able to get back into this round.
And especially right now, it will not be that hard with that thing he has behind him helping him out.
Ooh, good counter.
As you see, he went from 83 to 100 right there.
Oh! Unfortunate there for Incineroar, but as Joker and as Brendan and as a Choker fan, we'll take it.
Yeah.
So both on their last stock, but Brendan's going to have to make a good little comeback right here, as he's definitely down in the damage category. And Incineroar is going to make the final blow right there, but definitely a good even match both ways. Incineroar is going to grab, Johnston CC is going to grab the first round win. I think there. Drew, what do you think the difference was there in round 1? What gave Incineroar the upper hand?
Incineroar is more of a faster-paced character. You don't want to take any breaks. He also did very good edge guarding against Joker, which is definitely a big thing, because if Joker gets too far down, he uses his grappling hook to get back up, but he also has to get back on the screen, but that's super hard with him edge guarding.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the big thing.
I saw that too. Incineroar wasn't really letting Brendan get back onto the stage very easily. And you saw it there on that last stock. Brendan got caught off stage a little bit, and Incineroar was kind of able to just keep him on that side of the map and keep delivering blows and getting that damage up and finally connecting on that last hit right there. So he will go down 1-0. It's a best of 5 though, so we actually saw, well, we didn't see, we heard that Blaston got down 1-0 in his match earlier, was able to come back around and win the next 3 rounds and not even have to go to a 5th round. So really a great turnaround there from Blaston. We hope to see that in Brendan's case. And so do you make a change if you're Brendan? I don't know how many characters he mains and all that stuff, but if you're comfortable with Joker and not a whole lot of other characters, do you make the change, or do you stay with Joker and just kind of figure out how to get Incineroar down?
So you want to stay with Joker, to be honest, if you don't know how to main other characters very well. But if you know some other characters that you know how to use decently well, you could switch to them to take down Incineroar, you know? But if Joker's is the one that he uses the most, I would honestly stick with Joker and try to read what happened in the last round to see what you can change this round.
Gotcha. And can Joker play a little bit of a distance game? Can he start to deal some damage from distance? Because it seems like Incineroar has the upper hand in the close combat.
So yeah, he can. He has a side special where he'll throw down a fireball that'll do ground damage, and if he's in it, it'll stick him in there. And then he also has those guns, as you remember seeing. And both of those, like I said, get enhanced once his bar fills up right above his head, and that thing comes in behind him.
Gotcha.
So if he can play that with that thing behind him, I think he has some good range.
Yeah, and I think that could be an adjustment that would be really really give him the edge, so to say. I can't find the word that I'm looking for, but an adjustment that he could make to really enhance his game against Incineroar, because to me it was like, and like you mentioned, he's a wrestling Pokemon. I don't know much about the wrestling Pokemon in general, but I know that wrestlers in general, they're not pulling guns out. They're not doing a whole lot of that. They're trying to have some close combat. They want to throw punches. They want to grapple and all that kind of stuff. So you kind of want to stay away from that as you're playing Incineroar, because that's his sweet spot, or beat him at it. Obviously, if you can beat him at it, that's huge. But if Joker can start to deal some damage from some long distance and being able to get that in before coming into close combat and have the upper hand in the damage category, I think that that's going to be extremely viable and valuable for Joker in this next round. And you want to bounce back. You don't want to get down 2-0. I don't like having to come back from 2-0 and try and do the reverse sweep, so it'd be nice to see him be able to even it up here 1-1. What would be, so Brendan actually gets the chance to declare what stage they're going to play on. So there's 3 more stages that actually come into the bundle between the next round. I'll read off the stages for you because I think we're getting ready to get into the next one. But Drew, do you get away from, what stage would you prefer to play on as a Joker character? So we see some that have no platforms at all, like we were just on, and then we also see some that come into the mix that have 1 platform, that have 2 platforms, that have 3 platforms up there. Will platforms be an advantage for Joker, and will we probably see him move to that area?
Honestly, I play with no platforms at all, because I've never liked those, because it's more of a struggle to deal with those when you're chasing an opponent. With Joker, honestly, I don't think it makes a difference with or without, because, I mean, Joker's a fast-paced character. He can get up there quick. But I feel like using no platforms would be a bit of a better one, because you can get stuck on them during a move. That's why I turned them off, is because when I would do combos, I would get stuck on the platform and wouldn't be able to go down with the opponent in time.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, so we start off with the rotation of Battlefield, Final Destination, Town and City, Pokemon Stadium 2, which I think would be advantage for Incineroar as he's a Pokemon, and then Smashville. And so after this round, we actually now can add in Kalos Pokemon League, which is another advantage for Incineroar, and then you can go to Lilat and Yoshi's Story. So those are all in play. It looks like actually Brendan's going to be making the selection right now on the stage, and I think we're going to Pokemon Stadium actually. So possibly Brendan wants to go to Incineroar Stomping Ground and beat him on his own Stomping Ground. So that's what I like to see. But we will be hopping into round 2 here. It is a best of 5. Johnston CC is up 1-0. So hopefully Brendan is able to even things up here at 1-1 for Grace Harbor College.
Ready?
Oh man, that was a good spike.
again. I just remembered I was muted the whole time. Ooh! Was that a counter? I missed it.
That was an insane counter done by
Big
Joker.
time.
It seemed a small mistake in the beginning of the match. I don't know if you noticed that. Incineroar accidentally didn't hit his recovery in time and suicided by accident.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So that's not beneficial to him, but it is beneficial to Grace Harbor College there. As Joker currently holds the edge. 2 stocks to 1. Is definitely up in damage right here. There's a little bit of that range game. Nice. So stocks are evened up, but Incineroar has been dealt a ton of damage already. Woo! Woo! Oh, big counter.
Nice counter.
Oh, what?
Man.
How does that even happen? He launches him all the way across the stage right there, so unfortunate there for Joker. Had the upper hand there for a little bit, and Incineroar was able to deal quite a bit of damage there in a couple of combos. He caught him in air right there and was basically juggling with him his feet, and I think that was the little turning point right there for it. But we see that Joker is definitely going to put up the fight here with Incineroar, so we didn't want to get to 2-0, but we're comfortable here. We're Grace Harbor College. We're always the underdogs, so we know that we can come back and reverse sweep here. What did you see a little bit? I thought I saw a little bit more of Joker using some of his long distance, his range attacks. Did you see that too?
He definitely did. He definitely started using the guns a lot more, and as soon as his demon thing, whatever it is behind him, came out, he definitely started using the guns a lot more. It started doing more damage and racking up. I also saw him throw the little fireball a few times during that first life, which definitely helped too.
Yeah, and so a lot of times you'll see that first round is kind of feeling out the other your opponent, figuring out what their strengths are, what they like to do, maybe starting to find some patterns of what they do. We saw that Brendan was able to grab a couple of great counters. Maybe Incineroar fell into a certain pattern where he was using the same move over and over again. So you start to figure out your opponent more and more as you go through. So hopefully going into this third round, Brendan has figured out Incineroar and has figured out what he's going to do, and can easily, if you figure that out and you figure out how to counter, you figure out what to go with, you figure out what's going to be your advantage, you can easily turn this thing around, grab 3 rounds yourself, and be able to go running with it. So we'll see if he's able to do that or not. I think they're going through their bans right now. I can actually I can follow along with their chat just because I'm the manager of the esports. So we'll see what's going on there. But yeah, it's got to be able to come back and go. I guess the ball's got to bounce Brendan's direction the rest of the match, and so it'll be very interesting to see. Drew, have you seen anything from Incineroar that maybe Brendan can take advantage of? Maybe some patterns he's shown?
Well, if we noticed that he kept juggling in this last match a lot during the final life, he was juggling a lot. It also seems like he was grabbing a lot. I saw a lot of grabs in that fight, which you will probably want to watch out for that. You can easily avoid those, I am pretty sure, if you hit him with the fireball. But if you can avoid the grabs, I feel like would do a lot of help. And also be careful of the edge guarding. Yeah,
I saw that was something that we saw towards the end of the round there from Incineroar. Joker was kind of really having his way, getting a lot of stuff down, a lot of damage dealt, and then when Incineroar got to his last stock there, Joker was off stage, and you saw a little bit of that edge guarding, and it kind of threw Joker back off his game a little bit. So if you can try and stay, possibly for Joker, it might be a match where he wants to stay completely on stage there and not have to deal with that, and see if he can go and get it from there. But obviously, first and foremost, it's going to be round 3 that he's got to be able to go and take and get even back up. Sorry, he won't get even back up, but you got to start to chip away at the lead that is in front of you as you're down 2-0. So they're going through their bans right now. It looks like we've got Pokemon Stadium 2's banned. Town and City's banned. Smashville's banned. Kalos is banned. And so we should be choosing a stage here pretty soon of what to go to. Hopefully, Brendan's able to turn it around. But like we talked about, it's week 1. There's a lot of rust having to be bounced off of everybody. Preseason matches were hit and miss on if people showed up to them or not. A lot of people didn't understand if they had preseason and all sorts of stuff. So we will see what happens here in week 1 if Brendan's able to pull off a sweep. And it's got to be a reverse sweep. Got to come back and grab all 3 of yours after somebody's already grabbed and put you to elimination. Sometimes people thrive when they have their backs up against the wall. We'll see if Joker is able to do that here in this match. But really a great showing already from the Chokers today. I'll be interested. I actually want to run across and see what Sean did when we get into this next round. I'm going to run across and see how Sean fared in his intramurals match. But you know what? As Grace Harbor, you're going to take 2 wins any way you can get it. One of them was earned. One of them was through a forfeit. But you know what? A win is a win. So Grace Harbor's sitting at 2-0 as far as we know of right now on the day. Hopefully we're at 3-0 when I go and check in and see where Sean is at. So I think that we're going to go to, it looks like possibly Final Destination for the stage, which is where we were round 1, right, Drew?
I believe it was.
I can't even remember. I have like short-term memory loss basically. But Drew, what did you see from Joker last round that he needs to do more of? What was good? All that kind of stuff. What's it going to take for Joker to be able to come back at this 2-0 deficit?
So if we, last match, first stock, Joker, he took advantage of the start and attacked. And he got a lot of damage off right off the bat. He was quick to start damaging him, and then I think he needs to play a little bit more hardcore, I would say. Like, don't wait for your opponent, go after your opponent instantly. It seemed like a game before he kind of was stepping back for a sec to wait to see what the opponent would do. But I think if he just goes in head first and attacks quickly, I think he would get some good damage off and possibly a stock off like last round.
3, 2, 1, go!
Fast character all around, so that's what you have to be careful of your attacks before you can charge up one, so you need to be fast.
Definitely, and we see pretty much even through the first part of the match. Again, it's been an even matchup throughout it, so it's just can the ball bounce Joker's way and be able to get that last finish as he's driven him to his last stock both rounds.
It seems he also uses counter a lot, which is definitely a disadvantage to him. Because it stuns you, or it holds you into that for a few seconds, and gives you vulnerable.
Oh, stay on. Oh, just unfortunate timing. Does have Incineroar, though, on the brink of losing his first stock. Wants to take it soon before he gets a lot of damage dealt. Oh.
The thing about Incineroar is it's kind of weird.
There we go.
Really fast, and it seems like he's a heavy main.
Yeah.
But like, they're super fast. You don't really see that a lot with heavies. Usually, heavies, you see like Bowser and stuff, their moves are slower. But Incineroar's is he puts them all right away.
Definitely. Yeah, plays like the mid tier or the lighter weights, but you're able to get a big hit there from him. So that's big for Joker right there. Gets the advantage in the stocks, but wants to deal as much damage here before he loses his second stock as possible. Not going to be able to do so. So it's going to be mono-y-mono here for the last stock.
Incineroar got a little lucky right there, missing that counter hit.
Yeah, it seemed like he actually caught the counter, but it didn't hit him because he was below him. Ooh, good fireball there. Gotta be careful though. Ooh, good block. Oh, unfortunate timed right there. Just seemed like he went for that fireball and the fireball didn't hit, which just left him vulnerable right there. So not able to pull off the comeback right there. But I mean, it was even the whole time. They got down to their final stocks each round. Literally, if just a couple of those hits go a different way, I think that we're in a complete different situation where actually Brennan pulls off the sweep. So really a great showing in week 1, I think.
Yeah, that was definitely a good match. Just in the future, I'm pretty sure we'll need to watch out for the edge guarding. You'll need to watch out for Incineroar's spin attack on the edge. That'll definitely do you dirty. So you just got to be watching out for those.
For sure. And the toughest part of this league is next week Brendan's going to have a brand new opponent who he has no clue who he mains. So he could come out. He could see Incineroar again. He could see Pikachu. He could see Falco. He could see Samus. He could see Piranha Plant like we saw earlier, Rob. You could see any of them. Like, there's no stipulation on the characters you can use because the only quarantine that we had on a character was Sora for 2 weeks after they came out because you got to give everybody a chance to be able to figure out what they're about. So everybody's in play, so you have no clue who you're going to see next week. So it could be to your advantage, could be to your disadvantage, but we hope to see Brennan bounce back next week. And Drew, I hope, are we going to have you here again with us next week?
As far as I know, you will.
Perfect. That's what we love to hear. So as far as I know, in the NJCAAE, I have not heard quite yet what Sean did in his intramural match, but